settings for today. Little meeting. Nice little gaff this.
It's alright, mate.
Lovely little gaff. I want to practice something. Matt Smith here for Top Tier Boxing, here with promoter Johnny Clark after his debut show, The Statement. Johnny, how do you think that went? That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, good.
That was good, yeah. Hi, Amy. So we were actually here for a meeting, but I want to talk to you about the show. How'd it go?
Obviously, overall, a massive success. Right? Massive. Could it have gone better? Yes. Is it anything that I could have done better? A couple. But we'll just run down. So, day of the show, I've organised everything. So, 9 o'clock, I get there to meet the production team. When I get there, they've been there since 6 AM already. So they're setting up. Above the ring, there was a rig with lights and speakers. The ring's starting to be built while I'm there. So I'm sitting in the tiered seating. I was at the top, so top tier. Do you know what I mean?
I saw what you did there.
I see.
Yeah.
And when I sat there, like everything that I speak about, that I pictured, I dreamed, I was watching it take place, and I swear I didn't want to move. I was loving it. Everyone's coming up to me, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "No." And then the best whip in the game, Simon Legg, he turned up and he was like, "Wow, you're going all out." I said, "Yeah, mate, we're doing it." And then I left the barriers outside and it started raining. And then on the barriers I've got covers, and on the covers it's like all the sponsors and that. And then I've got like little notes to the fans to say, "Behave yourself. Your friend's career is on the line." Because listen, boxing can be a bit rough, can't it? And basically wanted to keep it under control and like deter the crowd from kicking off, and just a little reminder that it's more than their night, it's their friend's night, who's the boxer. So I put them all out, we then got them in, I had a little help from Abdul and Lee, and then that's all getting up and everything's ready. The weigh-in's at 3 o'clock for on the day, for like the foreign fighters that flew over the day before. One of the boxers ain't turned up. She won't leave her hotel, she's Spanish. And then they're ringing them and they're screaming at me in Spanish. And I'm thinking, I don't understand what you're saying. Do you know what I mean?
I did French in school.
Yeah, I did German.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, good on Tag. But there was a German fighter on the show and I couldn't talk to him either. I said good on Tag and he looked at me like, what? Yeah, so then we've, on a day when Spanish people, they turned up and they're shouting at me. Abdul and Lee, they went to the hotel just to sort them out. Talk to them and send them to me, and what happened was the weigh-in got changed from 11 AM to 3 PM. So obviously like they got a bit upset with it, but it is what it is.
In terms of eating and things like that, does that affect them? Yeah.
So they've eaten that.
Right.
And they said, "No, we weighed ourselves in at this time and eaten," and we was like, "That's not how it works. Like, if you don't come here, you're not fighting." And they said, "Fine." But they're not, obviously, like I said, they turned up. They've weighed in and it was absolutely fine. I was like,
okay.
Yeah. And then he was speaking to me in Spanish, and then the translator, she was there doing the weigh-in as well for us, thankfully. And then what she done was just calmed them down, and they realised it wasn't us. What they thought was I was getting them over, making them starve and saying, "Fight now."
Right, yeah.
But we weren't, you know, we put them to the end of the show, so she had enough time to rehydrate and eat safety first, you know. And then once that calmed down, that was it. That was the first big stress, and I was like, oh, it blew me away. Like, honestly, it took the wind out of me. That was the first stress of the show. And then, so now we're getting everything ready. So when I'm in the show, I sorted it from the microphone covers. I got top tier, the ring. I got it all banged out in, all the logos and everything. Built it myself. Not built it, but designed it myself with the company. Designed the whole arena, how I wanted it, top to bottom. I organised the MCs, the seconds, every boxer, the flights, the hotels. I organised the taxi. One of our friends, he's a black cab, so I organised him to be the back and forth taxi from the hotel to the event and back again, and after their fight. So I literally thought of everything, top to bottom. And it's time, I needed to have a shower. So I jumped in the shower. My wife bought my suit up, by the way. Jumped in the shower. I got in the shower, forgot. I didn't pack a towel. So you imagine how organised that whole event was, and I didn't even bring a towel.
You didn't sort yourself out. You're putting everyone before you, though. That's what you've been up until now, though, and that's a good thing. So when it comes to people, you can sort issues out.
Yeah.
But technology, tell me about that.
Technology is an arsehole. But listen, so I was having a meeting with the security. At this time I hadn't eaten. So I went out to the burger bar outside. It's very nice food out there, by the way. And then I got my chips. That's all I haven't eaten all day. And then I've got my chips and I'm trying to eat them. And then someone said, I've got to have an interview before the show. So I ran over, had one interview, then I had another interview. Then I had to do the live stream interview. And I'm sitting there thinking, I haven't eaten. And that was all done. I quickly went, got me cold chips, right? I'm eating with chips. I know it's a bit of a long story, but I showed you everything that happened. And run off my feet I was. Like, imagine me not eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Did you get hangry?
Oh, no, but I just, the stress, I just forgot about everything like that food. Didn't think about myself. I was making sure it's perfect because I planned for months for it to be perfect. Then it come down to the ring walk. And I'm thinking, why is he walking in there? Vasyl Mandavov was walking in and I'm like, why are you walking in there? The LEDs didn't come on.
Yeah.
And then Abdul's come up to me, he was like, Johnny. I was like, what? He went, it's not good news. I was like, which one's not good news? Like, these are professionals. And he went, the LED screen got a virus. I was like, what do you mean it got a virus? He went, no, it's done, it won't come on. And I was like, are you joking? And I can tell you now, I've never cried over it, but I was deflated.
Yeah.
Like, all the months of planning and whatnot, it killed me. It absolutely killed me. I couldn't think of anything else other than that either. I couldn't get my head around it. People were talking to us, I was like, I've got to sort this. So I'm putting pressure on them. They said, give us half hour. And it wasn't the people that we'd normally use. They'd hired someone in to keep my costs down. So I won't mention names either because I won't want to give them bad press because they're made up for it. But basically, the LED screen was the big thing. So all the boxes coming out was going to have like big explosions. The LED screens, their names on the background, black gloss. They're walking out of the LED shines off that. They come out big black hole, no lights on it because there would have been too many lights after their lights, and they've come out in the pitch black.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When the pyros went off, it looked a bit better for them, but yeah, it wasn't how I pitched it, it wasn't how I dreamed, and it was a big letdown. But once I forgot about that, a couple of fights in, the fights just took over. They were the best fights, some of them that I'd seen. The reviews from the fights was amazing. How much 50-50s there was everyone was shocked. And I've just got to thank them for believing in me and putting their records on the line to have the best night. But even then, all the boxers have said that ring walk was the best ring walk I've ever had. And I was like, no, you don't understand. That was not how it was meant to be.
Yeah, it should have been better, yeah.
But the end result is that how can I improve from the last show when other than the LEDs it was perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it was perfect. How can I improve? But the LEDs working already makes it a better show, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So now I'm a couple of days out, I'm quite happy with how everything went. I'm not upset. The people that hired, subcontracted it out, like they're lovely people, and they've supported me the whole way. They cared so much, and they were more upset than me.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Going forward, what have you learned? What's going to change next time, do you think?
A bit blasé on this. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm like, I check everything tonight.
Yeah.
And with that, I left it to professionals. I didn't check. But I need to make. No, I need to check absolutely everything and make sure it's working because apparently it was 2.5 hours before the show started. They realised it wouldn't come on.
But you didn't know about that. If you'd have known, you'd have been
On it, and I would have
Snap.
thought something. I'm a very good problem solver. It's my main asset is I'm a good problem solver. But when they sat me down, it might be in one of the videos that Sam took. It was like it takes 3 hours to build.
Yeah.
So when it had got there 3 hours to build, then we wouldn't have really had time to do it. And once I accepted the loss and looked at the fights, mate.
Yeah. You could have sounded like that angry kid just over there in the background, but actually you
He's hungry.
He's hungry. Yeah, so was you. What, cold chips, is that what you had, mate?
Free one.
Yeah, essentially the event of what it was took over, and a successful night. The feedback you've been getting, you've been sending to me. You know, I've seen some of the stuff people have been saying. It's all very positive. I think you and me, I'm really looking forward to the next show.
Yeah, me too. I've sorted it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All sorted.
So what we planned was, and my business plan was, put on the best show that anyone's ever seen in a small hall, and watch all the applicants come in and want to fight on my show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So straight away, everyone who come to watch their friend there, they want to come on the show.
Yeah.
World champion sitting either side of me.
Yeah.
But it looks like a massive, big hall, a big production and that. But everyone said like, that's the best production I've seen. I said, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even there. All you see was a ring that was designed very well because I've done it. The lights above the ring rather than beside the ring. That's all you see. You know, and then the setup, all the logos everywhere, like big advertising board for sponsors. Any more want to come on board, hit me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like you haven't seen what I was meant to be there.
Yeah.
So then the next one, when they see it, mate, it's gonna go up another level.
Yeah. Right. Any final words?
See you on the 7th of June. That's it.